Hey everybody, it is Brad.
And I'm Christa.
With the Big Family Homestead, and let me tell you what, we have got some fun stuff to share with you. We got feed to treat the animals. We've got stories about food production going crazy. We've got stories about hot sauce and solar panels and even ragtime music.
Yep.
And let me tell you what, let's start like this. I had something happen the other day, and I want you to think back to, if you're old enough, and by the way, put your comments in the comment section down below, but if you're old enough to remember the TV show I Love Lucy.
Yes.
Do you remember that scene in I Love Lucy where she was working at a candy factory, the chocolate factory, and her job was just to pick them up and move them, and the conveyor belt kept going faster and faster and faster, and she was messing up and they were dropping on the floor, and she was having to eat them faster and faster and faster. And it was clear that Lucy was way out of control. She was in over her head.
Yeah. Oh my, yes.
Do you remember that?
I remember that, yes. She kept shoving them in her mouth, shoving them in her shirt, and
I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was hysterical.
I should look it up.
Chaos all at the same time.
Well, I felt a little bit like Lucy being way overwhelmed, out of my league. And check this out. Yeah, I think this could be a huge mistake. And by huge, I mean huge mistake. Solo. So yeah, today I'm being entrusted with something I'm not really sure is a good idea, but where is he? This guy says it's okay to drive around in his awesome dump truck. And I think my main job is not actually to do any actual work, but maybe just not destroy anything. I am at a gravel pit, straight up like Fred Flintstone right now. I'm being told I'm gonna drive that and load that for a good portion of the day. I do question this man's sanity, but let's roll. Check that out. Wow. I personally have never been within 40 feet, 50 feet of one of those machines in my life. Today I'm on my own. Yeah, let's see how this goes. Whoa. Okay, let's see if I can remember. So turn it on. All right, it's a good sign. I didn't do that. This. Let's close that up. And what did he say? There was another thing. Ah, that one. And we should be off to the races, right? Handles. Here we go. Whoa. Holy smokes. All right. Okay, all that dirt in there with this gigantic thing. Yeah, getting down. All right, round 2, 3, 4, 5, or 10, whichever way you want to say it. Oh yes, there have been pucker moments. Yes, there have been. Now, for that guy, I'm fairly certain I remember what he told me to do. Fairly certain. You may be thinking to yourself, this is an ordinary ratchet strap. And I would say it is, kinda, but it's also the throttle. All right. Dumping it on the ground. Don't do that. Ah, wrong way. There we go. That's pretty good. Okay, so day accomplished. We should really chat. I think we should have a little chat about some life lessons we've learned, or I've learned, and I can share some insight with you. And let's see if you guys picked out all the pucker moments in the comment section down below. And what about yours? Have you ever had a raging moment like that? Or two? Let's see. So yeah, heavy machinery. Are you ready for some time behind the gigantic earth-moving wheel?
Nope. I'll pass.
You sure?
I will pass. I just remember when I first would get up on that the tractor that we had, the really big one.
Oh,
It's the international.
the M.
The M.
The Farmall M.
Yes. Oh my goodness. That was scary for me.
Your butt was probably 6 feet off the ground. Your butt.
Yes. That was a little unnervy for me.
And there's no box. You're just out there.
You're just out there. And I got okay with it after riding it, running it for a few times. It was okay. Then the first time I got up on the Sela, I should say, I take that. Yes. First time I got up on my horse Sela. And then when I got up onto a horse that was 19 hands, that was unnervy for the first time. So yeah,
I think
tall things. Ugh.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. I'm just thinking, like, how there is standard measurements like feet, inches, and then you've got metric measurements where there's like centimeters and meters and all that. I kind of feel like we should have a standardized BH, which is a butt height. How high your butt will be on any given tractor or horse or sheep.
Yes.
So what is the BH? Or in some countries you could call it AH, but it would be the same measurement.
Sure.
How high up that is.
Right.
What do you think?
I think that's a good measurement. Yeah.
So like hands?
Yes, it's like hands on a horse. It's measured by hands. The horse is measured by hands. Yeah, BH.
So it's like a 30 BH.
Yeah, butt height. I like that. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like right here.
Speaking of hot sauce, let's talk about hot sauce and hot sauce futures, because you may consider an investment that you had not considered before.
Yeah.
If you like spicy food, specifically sriracha, you are in some hot waters. Ladies and gents, here's the article. Popular maker of sriracha is suspending production. And here's why. Because well, Christa, here you go.
So your food could be decidedly blander this summer, with a major sriracha producer warning that it's suspending production because of a shortage of the Thai chili sauce's main ingredient, hot peppers. So Hu Feng Foods, which makes the popular sriracha hot sauce, said it will stop producing the condiment until September because the red jalapeno chili peppers used to make are too green.
Oh.
That would make it not hot enough.
Ooh.
So, and it would make it the wrong color. So, after reevaluating our supply of chili, we have determined that it is too green to proceed with production, as it is affecting the color of the product, said in an April 30th letter. We regret to inform you that we've decided to halt production until after Labor Day, when our next chili season starts.
Holy chili seasons.
Yeah.
All right, well, first things first. As you guys know, since this is a very open format, your thoughts, your comments down below. Here's the first question in terms of sriracha sauce. What's too hot? Because ghost peppers, that's up there where it's just like pain.
That's
but
melt
then
your
down,
mouth hot.
then you go way down the Scoville scale to, say, a jalapeno, and it's not so bad. You have that on some stuff, a little here or there. Sriracha's somewhere in there. Yeah. Like, what's too hot? Your thoughts down below, but what's too hot? Anything above
Well, jalapenos are actually too hot for me. Like with the fresh jalapenos with the seeds and the stuff inside, that's way too hot for me, honestly. But I do like a little bit of sriracha sauce on some eggs. So I do like that.
Well, okay, so your vote for the best hot sauce down below, because I have an opinion on this. When it comes to hot sauce, there's a different hot sauce for different application.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Definitely.
For example, if you want like Latin-y food, like when we make tacos or any kind of enchiladas or something like that, it has to be
Cholula.
Cholula.
Only,
and what's weird?
Only Cholula. Yeah.
What's weird about that is you don't mind the hot sauce on it then.
Right.
That's hotter than jalapenos.
I know, and I don't know why, but Cholula is it's a different kind of hot than sriracha.
It's you're right. It's a different kind of hot.
Yeah.
But okay, going back. But if you're talking like just an all-arounder, like a hot sauce for say like chicken wings, gotta be Frank's.
Frank's, yeah. Which that's way too hot for me. I can't do Frank's at all. Yeah.
You are truly a Wisconsinite.
Totally. But I was not born here.
Let me tell you what, and I say this with all love to my fellow Wisconsinites. I think that anything above ketchup is too hot for Wisconsinites.
He's not wrong.
And Wisconsinites seem to, not everybody, but seem to put ketchup on everything.
Including pasta, which is weird.
That's weird.
No, it's not a spaghetti sauce. No.
And ketchup is not a hot sauce.
No, it's not a hot sauce.
That would be a funny video. It's burning my mouth. That's ketchup.
It's ketchup. Yeah. Ugh. No.
Although, okay, just to be fair, since we're having a little bit of fun with Wisconsinites, man, we know dairy. Ice creams, chocolate,
cheese. Yeah.
We got to spice things up, though, folks.
Yeah.
So
more than just salt and pepper.
If you are,
pepper's too spicy.
Yeah. Ow!
Especially if you chew on a pepper grind. Oh man.
Well, I don't like that.
I don't like that at all. Ugh, no.
Oh, there you go. Now you got me thinking about food. One of my favorite
It's almost
foods.
lunchtime.
One of my favorite foods of all time is on St. Patrick's Day, traditionally, and that is
corned beef and cabbage.
Oh my gosh,
it's so good.
I'm gonna need a moment. Can I get a what or a word? Can we raise the roof for good corned beef? But when you said sometimes you bite into the little peppercorns, you have to make corned beef and cabbage with the whole peppercorns.
Yeah. So be mindful and pay attention to those, that they don't get caught in your cabbage while you take a bite, because it's hot. I don't understand why it's so hot, but it's hot. It burns.
It burns
us.
Precious, my precious, the ring of power. Okay, so sriracha, here's the thing. And I was thinking about this too. Whenever there's going to be a depletion in a market, there's opportunity.
Oh, yes.
Go buy a few cases of sriracha. Even if you hate it, you'll double your money.
Yep. Yes.
Selling it to your neighbors who are clearly not Wisconsinites.
Right. It wouldn't be, I don't even think they have sriracha at Walmart here. Maybe they do. I'm not sure. Side
note, there's a friend of the channel and a friend of mine. He's probably watching this video, and he makes what he calls gunpowder, which is a hot sauce, a hot spice.
Yes.
It's a powder. It's a rub.
Yeah. Oof.
And you should, I think he was trying to get it made commercially. I don't know if it ever ended up happening, but if you can look it up, it's good stuff. Anyway, so sriracha.
Yeah.
Stock up, folks.
Stock up, because you're not going to get any until after Labor Day.
Apparently.
So, yeah.
I love that sheep.
She's so sweet. She's greedy, though. She's the only one that's really greedy. But,
Oreo.
Yeah. Okay, you farmers out there, would you be willing to give up an acre or 10 acres of your land for a small amount of money per year to never be able to use again. Effectively use again. Check this out.
I truthfully do not know how I personally want to respond to this article, this happening, this news bit about solar and farmers. Krista's going to read the article. We're going to skim it. And then you talk about it in the chat below, because I'm not sure this is a good idea, even though I think solar is a really good plan, except for some things that I have big reservations for that I want to talk about after so that you can make up your own mind. Go ahead and skim the article and tell us what's going on with this offer from the government about renting property.
Yeah. So farmers are now being offered $1,000 per acre or more to lease their land for solar. So that means that, so it's, okay, let me scroll here real quick. The push to add solar energy is gaining traction across the U.S., and it's coming with sticker shock on just how much solar companies are willing to pay farmers to lease their ground. A survey of farmers shows the majority of farmers are being offered more than $1,000 per acre by companies for solar leasing, and that could drive up the price of cash rental prices or cash rental rates.
And more than that.
The Biden administration has a goal of a net zero electric grid by 2035.
Zero. Keep going.
I
know
had
that's
something
a big
screaming
one.
in my mind for something else about this, but we'll get to that in a second. With solar and battery powered energy as three vehicles to get there. As the administration works to accelerate their clean energy, I'm putting the quotes because that's what is in there.
We'll talk about that.
Right. Plan across the U.S. Land is in high demand, especially for solar projects. Michael Langmeyer, an agricultural economist with Purdue, says that Ag Economy Barometer is revealing the sticker shock of solar leasing rates. The survey of 400 agricultural producers is now asking farmers how many had actively engaged in discussions with companies about leasing farmland you own for solar installation, and the response was surprising. So here's the chart. It was 19% who said that they have engaged in discussions. So think about it. That's a huge percentage of the survey respondents have actually engaged in someone about leases. Sorry, I think the article is a little worded weird.
There were some funny things in there. But.
Yeah. That doesn't mean they've signed a thing, but that means that they've actually been approached. Mm-hmm. Okay, so 19% of 400 agricultural producers.
They're getting this floated out there. Mm-hmm. Okay, sure. But let's give credit where credit is due. The writer of this article,
Tyne Morgan. Not sure where. Oh, this is AgWeb. Okay.
AgWeb.
Yep. AgWeb.com.
All right. So there's a lot of ways that you can unpack this when you really look at it, because I personally think solar is a really cool thing. I think it's a good idea to move forward. However, there are some big problems with solar. We've put together several solar systems for different applications on the farms, at homes, emergency power backup. We love our all-in-one little solar boxes, and we think they have a great purpose. However, I think that it's being rushed in terms of pushing it forward in terms of acceptance for society far too fast, and nobody's really looking at what the damage is that's actually happening.
Right.
Think about it like this. Look up lithium mining. I don't want to go much further than that, but everybody thinks, oh, this is all great. Oh, this, electric cars, electric this, electric that. And I think it's really, honestly, going to be great in the future. But the way that's being forced so fast, so quickly, nobody's really looking at the human damage that's happening. Mm-hmm. Look at what people do in terms of lithium mining.
I read an article about a lithium field where they were harvesting lithium, and if a bird lands like on the edge of a lithium field, right, it dies within minutes. A bird.
Some of them.
Yeah.
Depending on where they go.
Yeah.
Look at the human cost there.
Mm-hmm.
And why are we talking about lithium? Well, lithium is the main ingredient in the batteries that all of this solar is basically, you have to store it because obviously the sun doesn't go 24 hours a day.
Right. You have to have something to store it in.
And you still use power when the sun's not out. So you need a storage mechanism. Well, lithium is one of the biggest things that is used. Well, and it doesn't last forever as a battery. It will eventually break. Mm-hmm. And then what do you do with it when it's literally toxic?
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at what happens with these car batteries that they cost like half of the entire cost of the vehicle, and they're not guaranteed to last forever. They're X amount of time, then they will break.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What happens with the lithium?
Yeah. And what happens when they catch on fire? We've seen evidence of it, and it's impossible to put that fire out.
Well, that's magnesium, but
but the lithium is,
it's not
part
good.
of it, right?
So there's that aspect. The batteries are a huge aspect when it comes to solar not working as well as it's being touted.
Right. Well, and what's in, this is my ignorance here. What's in the solar panels?
Photovoltaics are made in several different ways, but to tell you the truth, somebody smarter scientifically is going to have to explain that.
Okay.
Because we've had ours, and I know that there are chemicals in there that I don't want to speak from. I don't like talking about something I don't know about.
Okay.
But when we just saw there was all those storms that happened in Texas, and those giant, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of solar panels, thousands of solar panels.
Wasn't it like 4,000 acres?
It was a lot, but I didn't want to speak from ignorance.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it was 4,000 acres.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
And they got crushed by hail. And now the water system is in danger because of what was inside those solar panels. Now, I'm not sure on this, Scout's honor. I think there's mercury in them. But if that's the case, that's going into the water supply.
Yeah.
So there's another aspect to solar. While I think it's great, I think that there should be protections put into place.
Yeah.
I think this is being rushed forward in a way that's reckless.
Yes. Well, and think of, these farmers, if they decide they're going to lease their land to the government, well, they're not getting that land back.
Not for a long time.
It's pretty much, it's given to the government, and they're going to pay you $1,000 a year.
Well, let's press on that.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. Let's say that you sign a deal as you're a farmer, and you go, wow, geez, I got 200 acres that I could just, make more money on, because this is the sad fact. Because of the subsidies that farmers are forced into, this would look like a pretty sweet deal for a lot of farmers, because they would be going, all right, I can make $1,000 profit off that acre, and I don't have to run tractors. I don't have to have maintenance. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. I don't have to, no seed cost, none of it. And I actually have a profit rather than a slight loss because of the way that the government has done subsidies.
Okay.
So they can actually, but then what do you do with the property?
Nothing. You do nothing with the property because it has solar panels on it. You cannot grow anything between there. I mean, you could maybe grow blueberries between there. I doubt it, but you can't do anything with the land.
I think it's even worse than that, because what happens when the lease is up?
Right.
Do they tear it all down?
Right. Now your land is ruined.
Do they bring it out? Because if there are these chemicals, like they're saying was in that article, and that happened to the damage in Texas, then the land is going to be deemed unusable.
Right. Right. You can't do anything with it.
They're not going to say, okay, go ahead and farm on it now.
Here's another blaring issue in my mind, okay? these acres, let's just say hundreds of thousands of acres are being taken up by solar panels. What's not being done on that land?
This is what I wrote down as my note. Ready, boom. There's already a big problem right now with that. Mm-hmm. You're being told that you got to eat bugs, and you're being told that you got to do this, and you got to change your habits, and there's shortage, and you're being told you have to do all that stuff, yet they're going to take up more and more property to do that.
Exactly. That's my point. There's going to be less food than there already is.
Supply and demand, people.
Mm-hmm. Oops.
One thing goes down, another thing goes up. Mm-hmm. Scarcity versus plenty. Like I said, I think actually, this is just my opinion. You put your opinion down below.
Yeah.
I think that solar is a great idea, but for the government to force it, to try to artificially make it happen rather than it allowing farmers to do what they do best, which is farm. Mm-hmm. And you know what? If farming means electricity, great, but allow them to either make a profit or not make a profit based on their own efforts instead of artificially inflating a market.
Yep.
It always comes back to bite us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Always.
Well, and okay, not to bring it back around, but who's being benefited here? As Rush always said, follow the money.
Rush Limbaugh.
Okay. So follow the money. Who benefits from putting all of these solar panels into these farmland areas, agricultural areas? To
add to your point real quick, subsidies are not just money from the fairy cloud vapors. No, it's your tax money.
Sure. Yeah, that $1,000 per acre.
They take money from taxpayers and then just reallocate it.
Sure.
Don't forget that.
Right. No, yeah, exactly. But then who benefits with the solar panels?
Good point.
Who benefits? Sorry, I'm just going to say it again. Who's benefiting from all of these solar panels taking up all of this agricultural land?
Good point. And then what happens to the land when it's done?
It's useless.
Because they're not.
You can't grow crops on that. You can't grow hay on that. Nothing.
All right, folks. The chat should be alive and kicking right now because this is a hot topic. Mm-hmm. This is a hot topic.
Yeah.
Your thoughts down below.
Hey, folks, I just want to share with you that this month at thrivelife.com, use the link in the description box. There is some amazing sales going on this month. Thrive Life does monthly sales every month. Some are bigger than others, but some are just their normal sales. But these things are so good. If you're just new to getting Thrive Life ingredients, you will find that getting into the Thrive sales every month is awesome because they always put out just the best deals. So like I think butternut squash is at 40% off. There's chicken, there's diced beef, there's so many ingredients that I think the pepper jack cheese is on sale too.
Which is delightful.
Oh, I love their cheese. Their cheese is so good. I'll eat it straight out of the can. It's so delicious.
It's weird because it tastes like the best cheese cracker you've ever had. However, it's just cheese.
It is just cheese, and that's what I love because I feel like I'm eating crackers, but it is just cheese. So check it out. There's a link in the description box. If you want to become a monthly delivery customer, it is completely free.
No dollars.
No dollars. You just sign up with an email address. You place your monthly delivery order. You can make it different every single time. And if you spend over $100, you get free shipping. Plus, when you have a monthly delivery, it is 15% off retail. So you are saving quite a bit.
And thank you in advance because every time you use our link, it helps us out.
It does. It really does.
It helps us out. Mm-hmm. It helps the family out. It helps us keep doing this because let me tell you what, there's not a lot of money in YouTube.
No, there's not.
Not only will you be more prepared in your family and your daily stuff, it's awesome. It's fresh, and it helps us out.
It really makes cooking so much easier when I don't have to chop onions or wash broccoli or chop broccoli. I can just take it out of the can and put it into my broccoli cheese soup, and it's done.
This next story could be emotionally damaging for many, many people, scarring in a deep and personal way. Why? Chocolate.
Yeah. It's very sad. Very, very, very sad.
We're exaggerating a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
A lot of it, but yeah.
But global markets change all the time. All kinds of different things, futures, commodities, yada, yada, all of it. Everything from natural gas to corn. And now,
Corn and soy, yeah. Moo.
cocoa beans are the next thing that could be in a serious world of hurt. And I just wonder the thoughts of Willy Wonka right now. Okay, ladies and gents, this is a topic that is going to affect probably nearly every human on the face of the earth in a dramatic and emotionally scarring and wounding way.
It makes me really sad.
Speaking of the cost of foods going up and speaking of the cost of things that are normally affordable, luxury items for the general public, chocolate. Oh, Willy Wonka is crying right now. Yes, his chocolate factory is going to cost a lot more, and yes, you're probably going to be paying a lot more. Take it away, Mom.
So a failed crop rattled the chocolate industry. This really makes me sad. Not really. Then speculators came. I don't know what that part is, but anyway.
Futures.
Yeah, okay. After a production shortfall in West Africa, cocoa prices rose to $4,000 a metric ton from $2,500.
To quote Rush Limbaugh again, for those in Rio Linda, California, that's almost double. Just so we know.
Yeah. So a failed crop, followed by a wave of financial speculation, put cocoa prices on a roller coaster this year, rattling an industry reliant on inexpensive crops and labor. This is not how things normally go in the cocoa market. For much of the past decade, the price of cocoa in one key global benchmark hovered around $2,500 per metric ton. Last year, after poor harvests in West Africa, the price began to creep up, raising to $4,200 a ton by December, a threshold that had not been crossed since the 70s. What else happened in the 70s?
I don't know.
Who was president in the 70s?
Not me. I was born in the 70s,
A really bad president.
A naughty president?
No, just really terrible.
You've been naughty?
No,
naughty
not that
president.
kind. No, that's every president.
Marilyn Monroe was there?
Not that president.
Different president. He was
president.
naughty.
No,
That's a naughty
Jimmy
president.
Carter was a president in the 70s.
Oh, yeah. Futures.
And the prices of things look
Gas.
similar to today, but I'm not, can't really.
It's taken a while to get it
can't really
back.
talk about that, right?
He's been naughty.
He's very naughty. Then the financial speculators began to pile in, betting prices would rise further. They pushed the price above $6,000 a ton in February and $9,000 a ton in March. When did this article come out? In May.
Yep. Not long ago.
In $11,000 a ton in mid-April. What in the world? Since then, the price has swung wildly, nearly 30% in just 2 weeks before bouncing back up again. By Thursday, the price was $8,699 a ton.
Now to quote Forrest Gump, I may not be a smart man, but I can see a rise in cost coming your way if you like Snickers.
Or Reese's.
Ooh.
Or Hershey's. Or you name it.
I don't have to be a rocket scientist, a rocket surgeon to figure out.
What in the world is that?
It's an ad for a watch. Here, let's try to get past it.
Okay, all right. So what happened to the cocoa crop? A combination of low rainfall, plant disease, and aging trees led to a disappointing crop in the Ivory Coast and Ghana in 2023. The two countries produce about 2/3 of the world's cocoa. That's a lot of cocoa. I mean, anyway. So the shortage hit the global market hard. It continues. The International Cocoa Organization recently forecast that global production will trail demand by 374,000 tons this season, which ends in September after a 74,000 ton shortfall last year.
Yahtzee.
There's no quick fix for this. The trees take years to produce fruit, giving farmers little incentive to plant more since they don't know what the price of the crop will be when they bear fruit. Some may prefer to use more of their land for growing rubber or mining gold or putting up solar panels.
That's exactly where I was going with that. In my mind, in my brain hole.
Your brain hole.
So, okay.
Oh, man.
Oh, man is right.
That's insane.
How many of you guys remember just recently paying 50 cents? Recently, 50 cents for a nice sized chocolate bar. If you were in the supermarket waiting right there and, hey, look, there's like 20 selections.
Not anymore.
It's like $1.50.
Not anymore.
No?
Last I looked, it was $2 for a chocolate bar. Yeah, I haven't been buying chocolate. But I see it and I see the price, but I won't buy it because it's stupid expensive. I'll go without.
Well, guess what? That's what's going to happen for a lot of us, because when you really think about it, chocolate was always a luxury item as much as a lot of people are going, They're typing right now, not a luxury item. That is a necessity. Chocolate is life. Yeah. Coffee, chocolate, done.
I got the chocolate part. Coffee, not so much.
My point is that this stuff, all of these markets are so intertwined now. Mm-hmm. And while in this video alone, we're going to be talking about, or already have, I don't know how we're going to edit everything just yet, spicy foods, solar, farming, chocolate.
Crazy.
It's all wrapped together. And when you get governments giving subsidies for this industry, but not that industry, this country, but not that country, you combine all that stuff together, and then you have bad crops
due to bad weather,
and you have no idea what the repercussions are going to be. Now, fortunately, and I know this is borderline heresy for me to say for some of you, fortunately this is only chocolate.
Yes, it is only chocolate.
What if it was rice? A lot of people would be very hungry because rice is a staple of the world.
Wasn't there something just recently about rice?
You're on your own there, sister.
I am on my own here. I just saw something not too long ago, and you guys can maybe fill in the all of the blanks. I thought there was some issue with rice not too long ago.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
All I know is that I can see this, and I know what this is telling us.
Yeah.
Is that if there's going to be a shortage, which they're saying there's already a heightened price, but they're also saying, guess what? There's going to be less coming. That means the price is going to go higher. Supply and demand, simple stuff.
Yep.
So for those of you who have a preparedness mindset out there,
go buy chocolate.
Remember what it was like when the virus that shall not be named happened and everyone started hoarding mountains of toilet paper. I'm not suggesting that hoarding is a good idea, because it's not. No. But maybe if you have a pile of toilet paper and then a giant pile of chocolate, you could be the richest person on your block.
The pile of chocolate needs to be bigger than the pile of toilet paper.
Toilet mountain.
Yeah, toilet mountain. Paper
or
mountain.
Chocolate mountain. Choco mountain.
Candy mountain.
It's Candy Mountain, Charlie. Charlie. Don't look that up.
Please don't look that up.
It's a cartoon that it's not meant for kids.
Meant for kids. It was awful. It was something that showed up. I don't even know
I
how.
can tell you where it came from.
Where did it come from?
A police officer.
He showed you.
A friend of mine who will remain nameless because I want him to keep his job. One of the coolest police officers ever in Cincinnati, Ohio. I'll give you a hint.
No, don't give any hints.
I'm going to give you a hint. He also does karate.
No, he does Budo Taijutsu.
It's Kung Fu. He's a Kung Fu master.
No, it's not Kung Fu.
You know Kung Fu?
It's Budo Taijutsu. He taught a couple of our kids.
See, you just gave another hint.
No,
Because
I
they know
didn't.
where we're from.
They're never going to figure it out.
Anyway.
The only way they'd figure it out is if we said his name.
One of the coolest police officers I've ever met.
Very cool.
He shared it with me one day. I'm like, what are you? This is what you do for a living? How do you find these things? You honestly don't have time to go bust punks. I'm like, that's your main job. Your main job is busting punks, right? You go out, you bust punks. But no, you're sending me Charlie and Candy Mountain. I love this guy.
You're going to get a phone call soon here.
I am not.
Minute. You are.
No, I've blocked him.
No, you did not.
Nope. He's not out busting punks. I want to see where my tax dollars are going. No. Anyway.
Goodness gracious.
So point is, if you have a mountain of toilet paper, you may want to start considering a mountain of chocolate.
And sriracha.
Chocolate sriracha.
They go together. Because if you eat too much siracha, then you're definitely
going to need the toilet paper. Oh, there you go. I didn't put the.
Come on, man.
I've heard that before in the news.
Come on, man.
Come on.
It's now
no, seriously. My uncle was eaten by cannibals. Forget it. You don't look it up.
Don't know.
All right, moving on. All right, ladies and gents, we all know that things are weird and screwbally and not normal in society and life and a lot of aspects of our worlds right now.
Right.
I want to invite you to a community, and that is a Bible-based, we read Scripture community, we study Scripture, we go at it WYSIWYG style. Which means what you see is what you get. Yep. WYSIWYG. We read the Bible, we unpack it. There's a prayer group. People show up. It's a live event Monday through Friday.
Monday through Thursday.
Yes.
Monday through Thursday, 8:30 a.m. Central.
Yep. And I'm showing you this picture of Joseph because that's the book study. Well, not book study. It was Genesis that we just studied the life of Joseph. And Monday, we're going to start a new one.
Yeah. I can't wait. I have no idea what he's going to talk about.
I'm not telling.
He doesn't tell. I have to guess just like everybody else. I have to guess and see what he's going to talk about. Is it a book or a person this time?
Okay. Inside baseball time. You ready? Inside baseball time. I have ideas on things that I think would be a good idea and plan. Like, hey, let's talk about this. Or do this study or this book. And
God
then
says something else.
And it happens so often. That's why I hesitate to say anything.
Okay.
Because I could be studying for a few days and writing down my thoughts and here's what I want to do and da-da-da-da. And then literally that morning, I'm listening to the Holy Spirit and God says, no. Here's what I want you to talk about. And I go,
but look at all this work I've done. Nope, it doesn't matter.
And he goes, really? Do you want to do that?
Let's not play that game.
And I say, okay, you're right. Fine. No, it's not like that.
No.
But anyway, Monday through Thursday, 8:30 a.m. on this channel. Go on over, open up a new tab, and become a subscriber.
Right here. This one right here.
So that you can be there.
Yeah.
All right? See you there. Now, some of you guys know our daughter Hope, who is just a beautiful young lady.
She is.
She loves horses.
And donkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't just ignore that part of the equine side. She loves donkeys probably more than horses, I bet.
Do you really think so?
I think so.
She's right over there.
She is.
She could.
No. Okay, so she doesn't.
Or do you like horses or donkeys better?
Oh, it's 50-50. Okay. I guess she can't have preferential treatment over whiskey.
Well, I know why, because Puzzle's right there and he's listening.
He is, yeah.
He's listening and she doesn't want him to get a complex.
Or jealous, yeah.
If you guys are looking for just a fun channel to watch, something to see her progress, her channel name is Riding with Hope.
Yep.
And we're going to show you a short video of her with Puzzle, the donkey. And yes, if you know the reference to where that name came from, put it in the comments section down below. And also Selah.
Yep, my horse, Selah. But Hope rides her probably more than I do.
Probably, of course.
Of course she does. But.
And then Whiskey, who was named before we got him.
Yeah.
But that boy's full of pea and vinegar.
Oh boy, is he.
I love him.
He is, he's such a teenage boy.
So, Riding with Hope. Open a new tab, jump on over there, become a subscriber, and check this out.
All right, so now we have Puzzle, and I think we're just gonna go for a little ride on the road. I've been really trying to get him like more forward and everything because obviously he's a donkey. They have stereotypes of being like lazy and stubborn and stuff. And yeah, he's not very forward, but we're getting there. I can trot him pretty much as much as I want to, and I'm still working on the canter. He doesn't like the canter very often, but we're getting there. One day. Very good boy, a little bit lazy today, which is the opposite of what I was hoping for, but that's all right. He still did really good. I'm gonna put him away now. He's currently looking for his well-earned treats, but then I'm gonna put him away and then I'll get Selah out to ride her. All right, so now we've got Selah, and she's got her fancy fly mask on, or fly veil, for the bugs. And we're gonna go for a ride with her too. Same with Puzzle. That is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. We're cooling Selah down now. She's quite hot from that run. But yeah, see you in the next video.
You gotta say hi. Stick your face in. They just saw you. Come here.
No.
Come on.
Come here and see me.
Don't you think she's so beautiful? I do.
It's her birthday. It's her birthday.
Oh, it is your birthday.
Yeah.
You should send cards and letters to the P.O. box in the chat.
Yeah.
She was not expecting that.
No, she wasn't.
So, ladies and gents, the flies are getting crazy right
No,
now.
the sheep was eating.
The sheep.
She was eating me.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. It really does help us out, and we are just grateful to be here.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining our crazy life, and we hope you have a blessed and
Don't forget Riding with Hope.
don't forget Riding with Hope.
Don't forget Everyday Outreach.
Great. And don't forget to like and subscribe and ding that bell. It truly helps our family out.
Amen. See you guys.
Bye.